Good evening, everyone. My name is Laura Schiffrin, and I will call the meeting of the, do we have a different name? Isn't it Volunteer Board?
Coordination Committee? Oh, that's the template.
Sorry.
It looks
Sorry,
similar.
everybody.
VBCC.
Okay. Volunteer Board Coordination Committee this evening, Tuesday, November 25th at 6:57 p.m. Sorry for the delay. Had executive session till late. Roll call, please.
Harrison Mayotte, present.
James DeRoyan, present.
Laura Schiffrin, present. Would you join me with the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to thank all of our veterans as well as our military who are serving currently here and abroad. All of our emergency response people, our elected and appointed officials, thank you. And also our staff and employees throughout the town as well as their families for helping to make our community better. The meeting is being recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube. Is anyone else recording?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, Cindy.
I have something under number 4.
4.
I would like to make a motion to table items 5C, 6B, 6C, and delete 6F. 6F was accidental. But that was left on.
6F is a delete.
6F is delete, and then the other 3 would come back.
5C, 5B, and the other one was what?
Or 5C, 6B, and 6C.
6C, I'm sorry.
Okay, Harrison, would you repeat that, please?
Yep. I, Harrison Mayotte, make the motion to table 5C, 6B, 6C, and delete 6F.
Second.
And your name?
James DeRoyan. Second.
Okay, any further discussion?
The only thing with those is just those will be coming back. Work is in progress, but we've got enough to talk about, I think, for tonight to keep us busy.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Roll call vote.
Harrison Mayotte, aye.
James DeRoyan, yes.
Laura Schiffrin, aye. Okay, number 5. A, is there a motion to approve the minutes of October 21st, 2025?
I, Harrison Mayotte, so move.
Is there a second?
James DeRoyan, second.
Any discussion? The only question I had, and this will apply probably to all of them, is it okay, because we're so used to doing our name and that who moved and our name, who's second, and then when we vote, we say our name and how we voted. So if it's unanimous, it's okay to just say motion passed unanimous by roll call?
That's my understanding of the open meeting law, and I've seen it done that way with many boards. I can double check on that to make sure, but if like one of us were to abstain or something like that, then it would need to be documented by who voted what. But if it's everyone voting yes, then passing or failing unanimously, it could be documented in that manner.
Okay.
As long as it's all in the same way.
Okay. I think that's a great point to make in how you do your minutes, because some of our chairs don't have staff.
Yeah.
So as we did with, or are doing with the, one of the forums today, the public hearing one, it just brings to mind experiences that I've had.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking for good instruction.
Yeah, including that in somewhere, how to do good minutes.
Right, but find out if that is correct, because I know we don't do it that way, say in the select board or planning. they do, you know, they do the roll call of who voted and how they voted, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you can find out, that's, because it's, like I said, good information to pass along. So I will take the vote now to approve the October 21st meeting minutes.
Harrison Mayor, aye.
James Dorian, yes.
And Laura Schifrin, aye. With noting that you're gonna find that out.
Yeah,
Okay, awesome.
and I'll bring them back with revisions, including the other
If it's
minutes if
needed.
it's needed. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of Thursday, October 30th?
I, Harrison Mayor, so moved.
James Dorian, second.
Any discussion?
I didn't see anything.
I'll double check that same point with this one and make sure that the passing unanimously is okay.
Okay,
Is that just a quicker way to proceed through the meeting
Yeah.
without going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people?
And it's also a little more concise. It takes up less space
as far
on
as the
the page.
minutes go, you still
Yeah.
have to do it in,
Mm-hmm.
you still have to do it. Okay, so any further discussion?
Yeah.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Harrison Mayor, aye.
James Dorian, yes.
Laura Schifrin, aye. Okay, so now we have
6F.
5D.
Yeah, so I have a little
Delete.
explanation for the document that we have here. So
Okay,
the document that we have is from the Attorney General's Office, Division of Open Government. It is the public body checklist for entering executive session. And the reason I brought this under 5D is as it relates to executive sessions in particular. And the thing here, while it's not quite a verbal script of the exact words to say, I think this either it could be sufficient on its own or could be a good starting point to jump off of to then add in the example quotes of what to say or serve as a supplement to a separate document that does that. So I wanted to bring this. This is, again, issued by their office with the notes of what to say for the specific purposes. So I figured I would bring this for us to talk about.
well, having gone through a lot of these in the last few months.
Yeah.
I think this is very good, because it gives them a step-by-step.
And this is from the AG's office.
Yeah, and this is their most up-to-date version of it.
Yeah.
Although it says November 24 at the top, that
It's
is
still
the
the
most
same.
current.
Which what I was trying to lead into. So what is current
Yeah.
in their requests as we can have. Okay.
So the note on the bottom is good, because although it is a guide and the guide is correct, it doesn't constitute the proof of compliance, because you still have to do all the steps, and then your verbiage has to be correct when if they actually make the motion to go into executive session.
Yeah, so I wonder,
Meaning the prior announcement of that we are going into executive session.
Yeah, so I wonder.
There is a carb that you have to go through,
Yeah.
leading you to going into executive session.
Yeah, so I wonder if bringing basically a copy and paste of this almost with the correct attribution, and then inserting in the quotes of these are the pretty much exact words to say to fulfill this section of the guidance.
Yeah.
And that way it would be, very clear, because, let's just say, publicly announce whether the body will return to open session or not. One could think of that on the fly, or maybe it would be better for some chairs perhaps to have it just written out so there's something to go off of. Because there are some boards who may not go into executive session often or at all, really.
Correct.
And that could really use that guidance.
Right. And like you said, some boards may never use it.
Mm-hmm.
I can only recall a handful of times that we've done that with
Conservation would do it?
That's like 4 or 5 different times in the 15 years that I've been, 16 years I've done it. So I'm not as acclimated as you, because I mean, it seems like every meeting.
Well, now, yes.
Yeah. Okay, no, but I'm saying it seems it's a little bit more.
To the credit of Sabrina, I have somebody who actually writes it out for me, where we have some
So in other words,
chairs
she
that may
scripts
not.
it to a degree, it's all fully structured prior to, and she's well versed in it, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so having a template of the writing out of what to say to go along with this, because I think this is a great jumping off point.
It is, because it gives them the instruction of how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, this would accompany
whatever
folder to all of the chairs for their references to.
Yeah.
And I think it would go in the onboarding packet, because someone might never know.
Absolutely.
Maybe they're the vice chair and maybe they're
not there
or
yet.
The clerk, and the chair and the vice chair are out, and now the clerk's running the meeting.
All three should have it, definitely.
And getting it out there, and that way also the other members know what to expect. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. So that way they have it.
Right.
And always to be available to anyone, even if you're a commissioner, things can change.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's all I had under 5D for today.
Done.
The public hearings, as far as a script goes, would come back later.
Okay.
We have the public hearing kind of guidelines.
Can I go back to 5D?
Yes.
Do you want to bring this back for a vote when you put the script on?
Yeah, I'll bring it back with the script, because this on its own is just a product of the Division of Open Government.
Okay.
So we will make a vote on putting that into the package as a standard piece of the training correspondence.
Can you do both ways?
Yes, yeah,
In other words,
integrated
adjourn-
and unintegrated.
Well, one that adjourns from executive. And one that returns.
Mm-hmm.
And if they adjourn from executive, they still have to adjourn, close their general after they're done with executive. That kind of thing is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is all good, but now this is what happens when you do it.
Here's an example of how you would run
way.
that meeting, and here's the quotes you would say.
Okay.
Well, that's what is that the document that you're kind of picturing, or something other than that?
I'm picturing one that tells me what to say when I go into executive session. And if I'm adjourning from there, it's gonna say one thing, and if I'm going back into general session, it's gonna say another.
Yeah, all right, that sounds good.
Because there would be 2 distinct pieces of verbiage, ending and re-beginning,
and they don't have
restarting the
to
meeting.
invent it.
Yeah, yep.
Mine always has also, because you go into executive at a certain time, and so it's underscored that you have to insert the time.
Yeah.
Just everything that could make it easier for them.
Well, the time pertains to the people that would be.
If there's an appointment for someone to come in.
No, it's the time that you enter into executive session.
Is this
In the
announcing the
script.
time in general?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right.
When you go into executive session, you have to announce the time.
Okay.
And then when you adjourn, you have to say at the end whether you're gonna go back into general session or if you're going to adjourn from executive session, meaning the end of the general meeting.
So in other words, can you adjourn the meeting so everybody in the public can egress, go into executive session, and that completes it?
Yes. You can also come back
to
So you need
continue
to
a
let
meeting.
them know that, okay, we are coming back into general session, so we will be coming back so the public can enter when we're back.
Okay, you
But
have
it's
more,
usually at the same.
more
length.
knowledge of it. I would assume executive sessions are probably not a predictable amount of time.
They're not.
So that's why I would assume you would, and then naturally adjourn the meeting, finish the meeting, hold your executive to the end of it.
I'll give
I
you
don't
an
know.
example.
That's
Okay?
why I would say to you, you have a better feel.
When you post an agenda and you're gonna have 2 executive sessions, which we've had recently, 2 executive sessions. One is,
Executive going back to the meeting, executive then going back,
no, we had opened the meeting.
correct? You
I
have
did
to.
preliminaries, okay? We went into an executive session that was, let's say, 4:10 PM,
Mhm.
after I did whatever in the beginning.
Yeah,
Then we have the whole meeting, and then there's another executive session where we're gonna adjourn from the executive session. So both of those motions were different. One brought me back to general, it
And the other
adjourned
one
the first
completed.
executive, brought me back to general, and then we had an executive that we adjourned from.
that was it.
Right.
So the meeting was
So
over.
those 2
Yeah.
different motions.
Like I said, you are,
Yeah,
have a
well, it's
better
very
feel of it
interesting.
because you are, I missed it.
It's only practice. And I've been getting a lot of practice lately.
The other half of 5D was on the public hearing scripts. We don't have scripts, but we have our homemade guidance document.
In the packet.
In the packet, that
Yeah.
then we could maybe talk about a script for.
It's your general
So-
reference guide to
Right.
the basics.
Yeah, so that, I don't have that second half here today, but I wanted to
coming,
bring
right?
this. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, okay,
Or if we need it, and we can talk about, is this guidelines good enough? Because, we'll talk to it.
we just
About it when we get
finished
to
5D.
Yeah.
So 5D, I circled, okay, JD, I thought it was fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this will be on for adoption the next time we meet with the scripts, or
Yeah,
can
with
we
the
adopt?
script. Yeah. I
Okay,
mean, well, we could adopt it as is if you want. I mean, if we want to adopt it as is and then bring the scripts as a separate document, that could be fine.
I'm good with
Whatever
that,
works.
because I'll report this then on the 2nd.
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
that sounds good.
in other
So I
words,
need a
do we have to
motion to adopt the checklist for entering into executive session.
if this works, so moved?
What's your name?
James, I was getting to that. I wanted to nod that. I like
Yeah,
to be so
moved
moved.
is good, yeah.
I don't want to repeat what she
Okay.
had just said. James Dorian, so moved.
And I, Harrison Mayotte, will second.
Okay, any further discussion, except that the scripts will be coming,
Mhm.
okay?
So now this is a part
So
of
this
our
can be sent
fabric.
to the select board,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do an email out and CC you on that.
thank you. If you wanna add the scripts,
Well, I don't know if we'll have the scripts by then, but I'll send it, I'll send this tomorrow
I
morning,
have a
so that
lot
way
of
they have it.
examples.
Because they're posting the agenda, tomorrow, I think, for December 2nd.
Yes, I already have a report on the agenda.
Yeah,
For
so
the
I'll
second.
send this along as soon as possible, so that way. Sabrina
Meeting
gets it
again, so
for the
you're
packet.
meeting
Mhm.
every week?
We have a lot going on, but, to that, if you look at my last select board meeting,
Mhm.
you're gonna find the script for the one in the beginning that goes back into general,
Oh, and just transcribe
And the-
what you said.
and the one
Yeah.
at the end, I mean, you can leave out the particulars. You
Right.
can say what,
Right, leave the placeholders.
example,
for things.
but,
Mhm.
the 2 are on that meeting,
Yeah,
okay?
or does Sabrina
2
already have a
examples.
document out of it? Do you think?
You can ask her,
Yeah, I'll double check
it
on
should
that.
just be a cut and paste she
Yeah.
can do,
Yeah,
okay?
all right.
Okay, now,
Are we heading to,
this is great,
Well, so that's ahead, if you don't mind me doing a point of order.
what did I do?
6E.
6E?
Um,
That's why we're
yeah.
on 6A. We're on 6E, right?
Sorry, 5E, we're not on 6A yet for
Oh,
the
sorry.
guidelines. I was jumping ahead too, referencing it.
okay.
We don't have a document for six.
No
for
document,
5 weeks.
okay. Recruitment and retention, initiative,
Discussion.
ideas, scope, and draft
Uh,
RFI.
Yeah, and so I was hoping to have a draft for that today, but I think it's at least worth a discussion, and I can draft something and send it out based off our discussion. We talked about at a prior meeting what we wanted to, that we wanted to have a further discussion about recruitment retention initiatives. So I figured, if we want to talk about, if we have ideas in general, if we have a scope of what we want this request for information that I'm gonna send out to encompass, I would bring that here to talk about first and then send it out after.
Thoughts? You can lead with this.
Well, I have one if you're
Go
not
ahead.
ready yet. The Facebook thing, I know you guys were talking about
Yeah.
today. I think doing a weekly, board vacancy of the week type
Yeah.
of thing. Here's, the zoning board of appeals who has, 3 or 4 vacancies or whatever it is. Here's what ZBA does. Here's what an associate member does. And try to push that out there, on a weekly or maybe monthly basis. Hopefully we get to a point where there's not, vacancies.
So in other words,
many for a weekly.
Set up a bit of a job description.
Yeah.
How often we will meet, this is what the board composed of, et cetera, et
Well,
cetera.
basically what the posting is.
Yeah, and just in a social media friendly way,
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
way
yeah.
the postings are done are more legally verbose.
Yeah,
Some boards and committees deal with legally verbose issues, but to make it social media friendly, throw an emoji or 2 in there, or something like that, and it get some more interest, visual, the colorful emojis, some visual flair, get people's attention with it, and maybe they look at it and go, oh, well, maybe I'll join that.
Cause
I
we
think that would
really
be good.
do have, we could do better with some volunteering.
well, we do
with
have a
people.
lot of vacancies.
There is a
We spoke
big
of them
offset.
this evening at the end, and
Yeah.
I make a point of doing it at the end of every select board meeting, to announce how many are available. However, that not everybody watches the meetings, and we did talk about the Facebook, and we did talk about the Facebook being used for announcements,
Yeah,
or like, I would love to see it put out there, and I don't know why it isn't yet, but Roger did a great video
Mhm.
on everything that the parks
Parks and Rec.
do
Right.
Yeah.
for, well, mostly of his department caring for the
Mhm.
cemetery and parks, in the town, and it was awesome.
Mhm.
So, putting that up, I mean, I see it as the website will have a lot of things on it,
Mhm.
and those things that are on the website can also be on the
Yeah.
Facebook page, because not everybody goes
Yeah,
to the
it's a
website.
different audience.
Right.
Mhm.
So, but it's not meant to be interactive,
Mhm.
it's not meant to be, like some of the other pages are.
It's just straightforward,
It's just
informative.
information.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
So once that gets up and running, that could be something that goes out there as kind of an announcement, recruitment ad type of thing.
So who will be getting that up and running? Do we have
Nelson's gonna talk to Harrison about it.
Okay.
Okay, just
Yeah,
so that,
once the select board office makes an account, that's all that I need
Yeah.
to transfer it. That's been the holdup, just having an account to transfer it to.
right, and I guess he has to think of who's I don't know, but it's
All
gonna,
the
it's
technicalities
gonna
of
be
it.
in, from the TA.
Yeah.
Okay, not that he may or may not be the person, doing it,
TA or designate,
yeah,
TA
definitely,
meaning
probably his
Townsend.
assistant,
town administrator.
Mr.
yeah,
No,
town administrator.
referring to Nelson, please, yeah.
So yes, we'd like to see that,
Yeah.
Get going.
And we've never done that before. We've never had
There was a Facebook page,
meaning
it's still there, it's just dead,
it,
On
nobody has been
it's there.
operating it and.
Well, no, the new
updated.
one, that has been existing, there's an old one.
I remember quite a while ago we had.
The one
I
from 20
found one, who can't do anything
Yeah.
on a laptop, found,
Well, there's the one that was created in 2022 that's just been sitting and it
Oh,
was
no,
waiting
this
for
one-
Eric Slagle.
oh,
This goes further back, I think.
Further back, I'm not sure about that then.
You need to look, because I was,
Mhm.
there were, and this
Did
is
it
why I
have
say
posts?
it's not gonna be interactive.
And you
Yeah, there
happened
was a
upon it,
post.
and it was pretty basic and barbaric,
It
or
was,
what did it pertain to?
I'm like, this, it didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
See if you can find it. I
Yeah,
can
I'll
find
look it
two.
up. Okay, interesting.
So,
Yeah, I'll search around.
yeah, I mean, we're not looking, we're just looking to get information out, you know? So,
Inform people, so find some interest, see if there's something out there, you know, that would appeal to somebody. Conservation, agriculture.
so what did you mean by draft of the RFI?
Well, so I was gonna, it was basically gonna just be a draft of my email that has the questions in it. But I didn't have the
Like to
questions.
department heads?
Yeah, well, I would send it
Okay.
to all departments, so it would go to all staff. I would send it to the board and committee members for their ideas, kind of like the
Okay.
other feedbacks that we've done. The questions I think it boils down to, you know, we kind of had included in the prior one, what are we doing well, what are we not doing well? A little bit more of the things along that vein. What ideas do you have? What do you picture the result of that looking like? So maybe, you know, because the idea written down might just be post on Facebook. What's the desired outcome? Because that might shape what the Facebook posts actually contain in them. So kind of getting to the bottom of what do we want to see as a result? More volunteers generally, but do we want, you know, more age groups? So, okay, does that mean we're posting both at the senior center and at the high school? So we can get a mix. So there are different things. So there are questions that we can come up with to get to the bottom of what are the bright ideas that everyone has.
So in other words, if
kind of get there.
HDC is looking for somebody, which they would be as an architect,
Architect.
we would have some ability to say, you know, here we are, the Historical District Commission is in need of, would like to find somebody with X amount, certain knowledge of period correct, you know, architecture.
Yep.
Okay, so in other words, we can cater it to what we're looking for on each particular commission.
Yeah, and try to find the right places to go and find these folks. You know, the Recreation Commission probably isn't going to have the same, you know, demographic as, you know, someone to be on the recycling committee or the housing authority. It's a different position. So we can try to reach out in a broad number of areas to try and find folks. And like one thing that maybe might be good, maybe we can get a posting at the post office. I know a lot of people, I got so many walk-ins off of the election poster that got put up in July on the front door of the post office. And that I got so many people for coming in to vote for early vote, or not early voting.
So in other words, the exposure at the post office.
Gets a lot of foot traffic, and we got a lot of walk-ins who didn't know this election was happening. Had that poster not been there, they wouldn't have known.
How did you feel?
They allow posters?
They allowed it for a governmental use. I don't know if they allow it generally speaking. But for that special election,
it would be
there was a compelling reason.
It would be government related, so they would invite.
I think it's possible, and they, you know, I mean, the other thing is they've had a lot of churn in terms of who's the postmaster. Every month, I think it's a new one down there.
Yeah.
So, I think allegedly we have a permanent postmaster now. So it might be a different ruling than the answer I got in July. Maybe they just let it fly because they were temporary. I don't know. But there was a lot of results from that.
I can ask them.
I think it would be worth looking at.
Because it is community, it is working on boards that help the community, which is not
official government
political,
board as opposed to.
But it is,
right.
It is still boards and committees for the town, which is municipal.
Yeah.
So
we're just trying to get a little more creative and reaching out. Well, look what Jimmy did to try to get some plow drivers. They put, you know, the lit sign in the middle of the common for a while. He needed plow. I mean, there's a lot of different, you know, ways we could.
Got responsive?
Yeah.
Oh, good,
Good.
good.
Yeah, there are bodies for the seats.
Oh, good. So I like the, going out to the email.
Yeah,
And see what you
sending
get
that
back.
out, see what we come back. So I'll send that out, and depending on when our next meeting is, either it'll be, prepared for that one or the next one, depending on how soon we're meeting next, but,
And
I'll
try to
have
get
that
one in before,
Christmas. Cause we're
The
gonna run
ninth.
into all the
No,
holidays before
before
the
the
ninth.
ninth.
Well, I'll double check the calendar, that might be.
Why before the 9?
Just cause there's another select board. Oh,
Oh, you're leaving.
how long are you going? Are you gonna be back before the
Next year.
holidays? Oh, okay, a long while.
So you're gonna be gone for, like, as we would refer to as a prolonged period of time?
Yeah, not as prolonged as some other people, but yes.
All right, so we'll
the
see about
holiday.
that. I'll
Nice.
we'll double check the calendar at 7. That was all I had for E. I just wanted to bring that to
I
talk
can do
about.
any time from the 1st to the 9th.
Okay.
Okay,
So I'll pull out the calendar a little bit later.
okay.
But
So we're trying to plug
And that's
in
through
one
the
more meeting?
Because I'm
through
not
the
leaving
9th.
until the 10th.
okay, all right.
So any, between now and to the 9th, we're gonna try to plug just one more meeting.
Yeah, I would say not more than one.
Just one.
But we've got a few more things.
Not that I wouldn't mind, we had 2, but just one would be better.
No,
All right.
that's not the intent.
No,
So we just did the E with no document.
yeah, so we going over to 6A next?
I believe so. That was all I had.
Okay.
We voted on the D, right?
Yeah, so James so moved, and
Yeah,
then we did that. Yeah,
What is this one? This
that's
is-
6E, so that'll be a
we're
little later.
heading back
Oh,
over to
that's
that.
agenda, okay.
Yeah.
Right,
All right, 6A.
right,
Yeah, so this document, Jack helped put together based on Beth's documents that we looked at. I don't know if it was last time or the time before, but the document here basically generalized and summarizes what the steps were in the documents for Beth's boards, the ZBA and the planning board, and it makes it more general because there might not be some of the things that apply to the zoning or planning board.
Okay,
Which isn't too far out of the parameters of what,
a little bit about discussion, okay?
Mhm.
And at the end, the board may make motions towards a decision during the hearing or choose to make a decision at another time.
Mhm.
Just trying to think. I guess it
Maybe
depends.
are you thinking like a bullet point for board comments and discussions among themselves while the public hearing is still open?
No,
Okay.
I'm talking about, in most cases,
Mhm.
okay, you look to make a decision at that meeting.
Mhm.
Unless the board finds not enough information was presented or whatever, but that's usually the goal.
Yeah.
Okay, you have your public hearing, everything's presented, you've heard from abutters or not, you've heard from other department heads, everything gets written in, read into the record.
Mhm.
If you decide to, and this is a question for procedure,
Mhm.
if you decide to move it to another meeting,
Mhm.
does that meeting then have to be posted again? That public hearing have to be posted again?
it would have to be reposted.
I think, and is that from experience on Concom you're saying that from?
It would have to.
Well, I think it would be,
In other words, if we find ourselves without a client, per se,
Continue.
without a DEP number, it's futile for us to be able to continue through it because we cannot make a vote upon it because we
Yeah.
do not have the completed correspondence with
Yeah.
the Department of
But,
Environment.
and I think that a new public hearing notice isn't the same as a new newspaper advertisement. I think it's just notice of continuance that's separate, it's not a new
Correct.
newspaper.
Just put on another agenda with this
Yeah.
being named as a continuation.
It
I think
has
that
to
would be
be
sufficient.
announced by what it is, how and why it is going to be proceeded forward.
Can you verify that?
Yes,
I
yep,
would just verify that note, only because it is could be a point of order.
yeah, we can add that
Meaning,
information.
in other words, if you have to continue something, it has to be announced that you are going to have to continue it because of lack of information. And it will be brought forward
Okay.
on the next meeting continued.
Yeah, and, you know,
Actually, I think you answered it.
and the 48-hour notice is, you know, the open meeting law notice period.
Mhm.
There's not a separate legal notice that's going
Right,
out. It's
right.
just the, you know, agenda item that says continued from, or maybe doesn't say continued from, but continued, you know, 123 whatever street, this project.
Yeah.
That would be.
And that's your last sentence, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's what you meant by that. Continue public hearing to a date and time certain, specific, whatever.
And where did you read that?
But the last sentence, I jumped the
Results
gun.
in issue of continued public hearing date time. So, okay,
But closing the public hearing is usually you've made a decision.
yeah,
You know, there's no, unless you are specifically missing information that prohibits
it to
making,
continue.
yeah.
Right.
So continue public hearing to date and time certain, okay. I'm good with this. What are we waiting for?
well, if we wanted to check the legal, you know, as it related to that, but I think we answered our question
Yeah,
with, it's
I
just
did.
the open meeting law notice, so.
I'll entertain a motion to accept the public hearing guidelines, the draft document for BBCC, onto the select board. I'm entertaining that motion.
I, Harrison Mayotte, so move.
James Drouin, yes.
Or
Any
a
other
second?
discussion?
Well, so I was gonna,
That
I'm
was a
sorry, that
second.
should have, okay.
Yeah, he was the second.
I should have.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Harrison Mayotte, aye.
James Drouin, yes.
Laura Schifrin, aye.
Okay, so 6A is somewhat
Should
blessed.
pass on to the select board.
And you, okay, that's it, your next meeting tomorrow morning?
No, it's next week.
I just had it.
That'll be on
I'm
December
sorry, that was a
2nd.
cheap shot, anyway.
So we tabled B and C. I just had a
5D
quick
is
thing.
good, 5.
Well, I had a quick note on D, which is just that I didn't get any feedback for the training resource document yet. So I'm gonna put together what I have. If I get any additional feedback, I'll send out a reminder and see, you know, if I get new information back, but, I'll put together what I have, whether it's complete or partial, and bring, you know,
Next one.
in a complete-ish state, as complete as it can be,
Complete-ish state.
as complete as it can be.
No, it was good.
So
Good verbiage.
that's all I
Good
had
verbiage.
on point D. I didn't table that because I wanted to give you guys an update.
And I like this because,
Yep,
All right,
my,
we're on to 6C now, we're discussing
Yeah.
6C.
yep.
yeah,
Just make sure you,
so I would love everybody to use this.
Mhm.
I mean, I know nothing is mandated, I guess, but
Well,
the fact that
nothing
this
stops
is
the
here.
select board from making that policy.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, I would present it to them because I think the seal should be on everything. I
Mhm.
think that the board name should be there. I
Yeah.
think your chair, your vice chair, your clerk should be there. I mean, it just
pretty much
outlines
standard
everything.
operating
It's a
procedure, isn't
professional
it?
appearance, it's uniform, and it's got the information that
So they get
legally
the
needs to be
template,
there.
they
Yeah.
just fill in the template.
Yeah.
And then send it off to the town clerk.
Yeah, and the new things on here that were here since last time, you'll notice new and old business is split out, so those are listed there.
Mhm.
The other thing I added,
What do you mean by split out?
instead of one that was just meeting business,
Yeah,
now it's listed at items 5
New
and
and
6.
old.
new and old,
So
okay,
that's all.
okay.
I prefer that myself.
I also added scheduling of next meetings,
Yeah.
so boards can have that as a placeholder item.
Yeah.
The other new thing is up in the heading. I added meeting agenda /minutes, and they
Mhm.
can either,
They can use the
drop the
same
word for agenda, so that way it says meeting minutes only or meeting agenda only.
Mhm.
So it can be the same template and just drop the word of whichever it's not. If it's an agenda, drop the minutes word. But
Mhm.
I figured that being
That's
in the
great.
heading makes it very clear to someone picking up this document, oh, this is minutes, not
It's,
Yeah.
agenda.
it's more definitive. And plus on the top right, the current version, date stamp and all that, for CCing it throughout
Yeah, and
the kingdom.
the date stamp, I mean, if they're using the template, it might still be there, but I don't know that, I mean, we do date stamp it when they submit the
Right.
minutes, but.
But it's, at least there's a spot, you reference it, you'll
Right.
go to that next time.
You
To
do
see
stamp
if.
them.
We do date stamp in there,
Mhm.
Okay,
so we could use the
and you
box,
stamp the meeting agenda,
yeah,
okay,
so they would both use the box.
okay.
Or we could make a separate minutes one that doesn't have the box, whatever works.
Why would you need to?
It's easy to maintain one.
I like it.
Right? Little more uniform, a little less confusion.
Mhm.
I mean, I usually reference to the top right to see if it's been CC, date stamped, et cetera, et cetera. That's
Mhm.
the usual location. Nice. How do you like it? Good?
Oh, I love it.
Lo-
I love it. I really,
Getting very explicit here. This is great.
I don't know which board I borrowed this template from. I know I didn't come up with it on my own. Kudos to them.
that's okay.
At least you're honest with it and say, hey, you know.
I didn't come up with it.
I
but
didn't do this on my own.
It
I
does
did
the
have
job. We added our little box and a few things, but.
Well, the
All right,
whole
so you're
heading
gonna-
of it is more professional, no matter what department it is,
It's
okay?
cleaner,
Yeah, I agree. So,
straightforward.
I'll make that motion that we, recommend the, agenda minute, standard template as presented and forward to the select board for review.
There's a second. And what did you mean?
Oh,
I am Harrison Mayotte.
James Dorian, I'll second that.
Okay, any further discussion?
Okay, so,
No?
Hearing none. Roll call vote.
I, Harrison Mayotte, vote yes.
James Dorian, yes.
Laura Schifrin, yes.
Okay, so we got
Thank you. I'm
6.
excited about those.
right.
E is,
F, we
Down.
deleted, so.
we're moving,
Okay, so then the next thing is to schedule our next meeting.
Yeah, pulling out the calendar, let's see.
I understand any time in between and up until the 9th.
I think it's in Harrison's Court right now.
What do you guys think about Thursdays? Thursday the 4th.
I can do 4:30 or 5
Does that work for you?
this time.
Today we finished, so
What time?
what time, what, 4:30 or 5? You can make the decision. I'm comfortable with either
Oh, you
4:30 or
finished
5.
all your work?
We're all done for the season. Everyone's going back to their homes and, yeah,
Oh.
we finished up today, so it's
Um,
on the straights.
do you know what's booked? Can you look at the town website to see what's booked on the 4th?
Take a
In
look.
case there's something.
You have to see if the rooms are booked.
Well, it isn't just that, if there's another meeting going on that
Okay.
I'm supposed to know something about, so.
I'm checking Dave's calendar, cause he's got it better than the website.
Dave?
Dave Funioli's,
Oh, yeah,
TCAM
good.
bookings.
So, cause he has to be.
I don't have
notified,
anything for December yet, but, let me see here.
So what are we looking at? So obviously it's gonna
December
be in
4th, I've got nothing on the website, and I didn't have, the December calendar yet from TCAM, so, we should be good for it, and
I'm gonna say
If we're
5
not-
o'clock.
I'm sure there'll be a room available, and, 5 works for me.
5 works for you? And Jimmy?
Sounds like it's gonna be December 4th at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. And I have this on. Okay, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:41 PM.
I, Harrison Mayotte, so moved.
James Duran, do we second that? I seconded it.
Okay, roll call vote.
Harrison Mayotte, aye.
James Duran, yes.
Laura Schifrin, yes.